Yo. So we on our way to do some new shooting shit. The homeboy Ken is still here. In the same clothes he had on last video. Anyways, I wanted to make this video to talk about the shit that we was talking about, which is the Joker versus the Batman shit.
Shut up.
Yes. But anyways,
Where's the wall?
Joker won. It's when you get closer to it, when you hit the turn. When you actually hit the turn there, like not here. It's not no major spot. It's like literally, it's like a diamond in the rough. You just caught it slipping. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I felt like Joker won. I felt like he proved his point. Well, he made the proper perspective. How do you? Okay, look.
He was right in one aspect, but he was wrong. He didn't win. It depends on how you
Wait.
Why
Why don't you want to admit he won?
Because he didn't win.
Batman admitted he won in the last movie. They had to lie.
It depends on your perspective.
No, the main guy, Batman. They had to create a lie for it to make it seem like Gordon and Batman won, but Joker really won. And then on top of that too, Batman didn't even really want to save Harvey Dent. He was gonna let that nigga die. He was trying to kill. He was trying to save Rachel. And Joker tricked the nigga and showed the nigga that nigga, even you will break your fucking rule, and you did. And even your white light, who everybody thought was just so precious and perfect, will break his rule, which he did. Harvey did.
What's Batman's number one rule?
He won't kill.
Did he ever kill?
Yes.
He killed Harvey Dent.
Yes.
Why did he kill Harvey Dent?
To save a kid, right?
To save a kid, right?
Doesn't matter.
It does matter.
No, it doesn't.
Had he not killed Harvey Dent, the kid would be dead, right? There's a good chance he would have been dead.
No.
So yes, no, that matters.
He had options. He chose to kill.
Okay, so if he didn't kill, then he would be guilty because he didn't save the kid's life and he had the power to. So in the she was bad. So in the end, it's like, yeah, he killed, but he did it for the right reasons.
No, you can't do that.
You can't do
it for
the
right
right
okay,
reasons,
so look. So he said.
There's
So
such thing as a greater evil, man.
Right. So he said that bullshit, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm saying Joker. If you look at the movie,
it's not even a spy.
No, it's not. If you look at the movie, Joker only killed criminals. Everybody that he killed had a tie to the criminal shit.
Pause. So those people on the boat, they were criminals, or they were tied to criminals somehow.
He didn't kill them.
But he was going to.
No, he wasn't going to kill them. The criminals were going to kill them.
But the criminals didn't do it, and the people didn't do it either. And he had a third trigger for himself. So in case he was wrong, because he knows in the back of his mind that he could be wrong. If he didn't believe that, he wouldn't have a third.
But you got to remember. This key. You got to remember this key element.
The key element.
The key element is this.
What?
He said, and that's why he kept baiting Batman. He said, Batman, you let all these people die so you wouldn't show your identity. So it was saying he was as a vessel to kill these people to prove that Batman don't give a fuck about these people. And he didn't.
That's false. That's false.
He didn't give a shit about none of them people. He let Harvey Dent. He didn't. Okay, first of all, he wasn't going to save Harvey Dent. And then he was like, oh, fuck, I have to save Harvey Dent because Joker tricked me. And then he let Harvey Dent take his role to show, hey, I'm Batman. And then he killed the nigga to save a kid. Mm-hmm. He didn't give a fuck about Harvey Dent the whole fucking movie.
Is that right? He may not personally care. This is true. Personally, he may not give a shit about Harvey Dent because they were competing over the same woman. And you know how niggas are when it comes to that, and people in general. But it was what Harvey Dent represented is why he had to go with the whole little lie. Like, you know what? Make me the bad guy so Harvey Dent can be the good guy.
Harvey Dent represented a lie.
He represented a lie, but this goes back to what I'm saying. In all good people, there is bad. In all bad people, there is good. And in the greater scheme of things, he could have just been like, you know what? Let everybody know that Harvey Dent did this. He failed you guys, you know, blah, 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 blah. And then look at it. The whole city of Gotham would have probably been like, you know what? Harvey Dent was the best of us. And even he, you know, he got corrupted. And what kind of chances do we have of doing the right thing? Which was
the truth, and which Joker said the whole movie is that, hey, even the best of you will become a criminal. Even Harvey Dent said that shit where he said, if you live long enough, you see yourself as the villain. He said it. Joker was right. But the whole thing was they were so bent, just like you, they're so bent on trying to say Joker can't be right that they wanted. Can't
be right. I said it's about choice. That's the difference.
But he was right.
Where are we going, man?
I thought you said you knew where you was going.
I mean, I know we're going to the park. We're at the park.
See, but you take, that's why I don't like when you be driving, because you be taking scenic routes and shit.
I said,
if you would have just went straight down Jefferson and made the turn to get to here.
Did you tell me to do that?
It's the easiest way. You doing all these loops.
Actually, I was on Jefferson.
No, you know, past the fucking stairs, man. Go back like you're trying to leave.
Okay. I've been here.
She's really not. She's just tall and lanky like a fucking flamingo. But go straight out. I gotta tell this nigga everything, yo.
Shut the fuck up. Just tell me what about.
Alright. Go straight out. But like I said, man, Joker won, man. And it sucks.
Depends on how you want to look at it.
No, it doesn't.
It is. Batman won because he proved that people can do the right thing despite.
It's right here.
Where?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
Nick, we just passed this shit.
No, we didn't. We didn't come this way. You went around the other way.
Whatever. Anyways, Batman won because he proved that people can make the right choice despite the circumstances, or the very best choice to do the very less, of the evil. Joker won because all he proved was that everybody's capable of doing evil. So why the fuck should you hold back on it and just become
because Joker's whole point was to prove that Batman, you are like me. Don't try to make it seem like you're not like me. You're just like me. And then he said he was intrigued by Batman because Batman kept making right choices. But then he even said, if I push a person to the limit, what choice would they make? He said, what happens when an immovable object runs into an unstoppable force?
And at the end of the day, they still made different choices. It doesn't matter how similar or the same they were. They still made different choices. Joker was hell-bent on causing chaos. Batman was the opposite of that. He was hell-bent on keeping everybody together, keeping order. And that's why I'm saying...
As a vigilante?
But at the end of the day, what was the outcome? Even though it was a lie, because this goes back to what I was saying, like, in all people there's good and evil, whatever, right? Nobody's perfect. And this is the world where we have to deal with the gray. We have to deal with the middle ground, whatever, right? They had to go and produce a lie. This is true. In order to keep everybody believing in something. If they had nothing to believe in, what's to stop people from just acting just and becoming just like the Joker? Because in their whole perspective, be like, you know what, at the end of the day, nothing's ever going to be right. We're never going to be right.
Because he sat there in Harvey Dent, when Harvey Dent was at the hospital, he told that nigga, he said, I am an agent of chaos. And you know the thing about chaos is it's fair.
And you know the thing about order?
It's not.
How is it not fair? How's it not fair?
When has order been fair? When order is over to the person who has the power. It's not fair to the other side. You think Batman is fair? No, Batman's whipping people's asses to a goal that he feels. The police don't even agree with the goals that he does, the way that he does things. He just does it because he feels in his own right that this is the right thing to do. It has nothing to do with whether it's right or wrong.
It does. Because for one, he's looking at a perspective that is, I'll say it like this. Batman is not under nobody's control, right?
Right.
On his own control. So he's looking at it from a lens like, what's good, what's evil, and what can I do despite the fact that it'll put me in a bad light, but it's the right thing to do no matter what. The thing about laws and order, which I will agree with you, when laws govern morality, that's when bad shit happens. Morality should govern laws, right? Let's look at back in the day in this fucking, fucked up country. It was legal to have slaves. It was legal, or maybe not legal, but nobody really respected the laws, to kill black people, lynch them, do all kinds of fucked up shit, whatever, right? People, for the most part, they were governed by their laws. Their morality was governed by their laws. So even though laws were in place to protect us, nobody respected it, whatever. Before that, it was legal to do all this fucked up shit. And people will just let their inner evil ambitions just come out. They changed the laws and it forced people, which I guess goes back to what you were saying, is like, how's it fair? I
disagree.
No, it forced people to do the right thing by law because, they used their morality to actually govern the law. So it forced people to do the right thing, and then over time, people started to agree with the law, and they just followed it because they felt like it was the right thing to do. And that's the whole thing about...
I disagree.
No, but this is the thing. That's the whole thing about Joker and Batman.
Wait.
Joker's all about chaos.
Wait, because you changed the topic on that. So on the slave
exactly
thing. No. It's still correlating, but I'm saying I want to touch that before we go back to the Joker thing. In regards to that, I'm a fine believer that that's not. I disagree with that for the simple fact that back in the day, before they had government, before they were governed, and before everybody was colonized, everything was solid. Everybody knew what territory to go to. You had hunter and gatherers. They'd be like, I wouldn't touch this particular territory because that's this person's territory. I would come here and I would trade these berries with these cloths, with these things, and everything was peaceful. Now they may have had their disputes, but they've handled it their own way, and it was completely calm. My thing is this: if we had no stop signs, if we had no red lights, no green lights, and nothing like that, if we had nothing controlling us and telling us what to do and how to do it, I honestly feel that there would be no type of accidents and no type of nothing. People would just fall in order on their own accord, because you don't need to be governed or to be controlled in that sense.
So in other words,
hindsight, look at an example as gun control now. In all the places where there's some type of gun control law, there's chaos with gun control. But in Arizona, there's not really that much chaos, and they're free to have guns. It's plain as day.
So in other words, what you're saying is that through chaos, order will come, and with order there will be chaos. Because
people order themselves.
So in other words, there's always going to be some form of government. There's always going to be some form of control. They govern themselves.
You don't need to be controlled.
They know what to do. They know where to go. Like, don't go here, don't go there. There was everybody had their own little jobs where they were right. Like, you know what? I want to do this. Like, I want to provide food for you guys. Trade in berries, whatever the fuck you want to trade in. There is a government established. These are people's territories. You respect their territories. These are our territories. You respect our territories. It was some form of government. It was some form of law.
No, it wasn't.
It was. Even if it was unwritten, it was a type of law.
No, it was okay. First of all,
there's always going to be some
government and being governed is not respect. It's a respect thing. If I walk up to somebody, I'm not going to slap them because I respect their space. If I'm talking to somebody and we're having an intellectual conversation, I'm not going to lash out because I respect the conversation. I respect what they're saying enough to hear them out and then rebuttal or retort anything they're saying. But in order, when there's order and there's control, there's telling you there's a right or wrong. First of all, it even goes back to my philosophy on what is right and wrong. Because like the same thing, you can say killing, right? I can go up and shoot somebody right now. They'd be like, oh, you're wrong because you just shot this person, right? Now, if I go tell a story and be like, oh, this person raped somebody that I knew and did this to me and all this other stuff, and they stabbed me and then I shot them, then it's like, oh. Or if we were sitting there and we were struggling for the gun and I just happened to pull the trigger before he can pull the trigger, oh. But no, it still means that I killed the person.
Yes.
But it's just a perspective of how you view it because of the order. Because whenever there's an order, whenever there's a contract, whenever there's any type of lawful thing, there is a loophole. There is a breach of something. There's something that you can wiggle through to gray spots. But there is no. When you don't have any of that, no. You know it's equivalent like? It's equivalent it's equivalent to when the scientists used to do the test on the babies. When they used to put the babies on glass and where they could see the bottom and things like that, and they would put the mother or the father on the other side, and the baby would look at the parents, and when the parents look frightened, the baby would be scared, not knowing. They don't even make a step, they just be scared. But when the parent looks welcoming, they would just come. That's because they're basing it off of what they're seeing, the control of what it is. They're feeding off of what it is. So whenever you have a lot, for instance,
so pretty much instinct.
For instance,
babies don't know right from wrong, they just know their instincts.
That's naturally humane. Humans don't have a right or wrong. You're taught that.
No, they do have a right or wrong. It's not. No, it is. People have a right or wrong. We're not animals. We're intelligent beings.
Animals don't have a right or wrong.
Yes. No, to an extent, that's arguable.
But no, but you just explained it, right? So if a baby is like, oh, it's off of instinct, and they don't know the right or wrong, and they're like, you're taught by some. For instance, religion. Your religion, you don't know what your religion is at a fucking adolescent age. You're taught that by your parents. You're taught that this is what you're supposed to do. This is what you're supposed to follow. And then when you grow up to be a teenager and an adult, you evaluate it and you looking to see what you actually like. And then when you have kids, you teach them what you feel they should like. But it's free. They use that saying, God in any form gives you free will. So as free will, the whole world is built on trying to control your free will into giving what they want to do. But whenever you have a person that has free will and it abides by their own free will, they're considered crazy or wild, or they're just an outcast, or they're a radical. But
I wouldn't say that. It depends. No, and this is why.